This is a Norton Commando 961 I'm currently paying £20 a month for, and I can't ride it. And if you own one that was built between the 7th of June 2021 and the 12th of February 2025, you can't ride it either. So let's get the important bit out of the way first. Yes, there is a stop ride notification on this bike from Norton. Came through yesterday evening. I think there was some talk about it on the various owners groups and various forums and stuff like that. So we kind of all knew it was coming. Now there is still quite a bit that I don't know yet. I don't know sort of how long it's going to take for this to be taken back. I don't know what it means in terms of like the service schedule and stuff like that. But the thing is, yeah, the Norton's customer service department was closed by the time the notification came out and will be all weekend. So I thought it'd be good to get something out now, just in case, you know, I know a few of the people who watch my drivel have one of these and is on like the new PCP or maybe has a bike from a bit further before. So it's always good to get the information out there, just in case you've missed anything. Owners are going to be contacted, Norton is saying, but you know, it will take a bit of time to do that. So yeah, some people I haven't heard personally from Norton either, so it's good just to get the information out there and make sure you don't ride your bike. So what we'll do, we'll just get straight on with it, and I'll go through all of the recall information which I've got here. This was the notice that was posted on Norton's website last night. And yeah, I'll go through some of my thoughts of the whole situation and, you know, all the rest of it. The title reads, Important Safety Recall Notice, Norton Commando 961 SP/CR/Classic. This is the SP, the Sport. We are writing to inform you that as part of an important safety recall affecting Norton Commando 961 SP/CR/Classic, built between the 7th of June 2021 and the 12th of February 2025. This action is being taken as part of our commitment to your safety and to comply with UK safety regulations. Please be aware, this is an important bit, please be aware that this is a stop ride notification. What is the issue? It has come to our attention that the starter ring gear may have been installed using a bonding agent thread locker that has failed to cure, leading to a potential failure of the starter ring gear assembly. Now this is the slightly scary part. This may lead to the vehicle coming to a sudden stop during operation. So yeah, potentially quite dangerous. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is a starter ring gear is so you've got your starter motor and there's like a little gear on that, and then that then drives the starter ring, which I think sits on the flywheel. And yeah, it basically gets the engine going. So if that fails, it's not so good. What should you do? We ask you to immediately stop riding your motorcycle. I have, so I've wheeled it here to this location before anyone asks. We ask you to immediately stop using your motorcycle unit until it has been inspected and repaired as necessary. If necessary, we will shortly commence communication with owners to schedule an appointment for a free collection, delivery, inspection and necessary repairs. What will be done? The recall service will include removal, inspection and refitting of the ring gear retaining screws. We anticipate that the repair process will take approximately 2 hours to complete. This recall service will be at no cost to you. I should hope so, but that's pretty normal for recalls. Need additional information, yeah, customer services, but as I said, they are closed this weekend, so don't expect them to pick up, but yeah, give it a go. So just going back to those dates, that means it's basically all of the bikes until like a few very recent ones from TVS era when the Indian company took over what was left of Norton, re-engineered the Commando. So yeah, it's pretty much all of them apart from, I guess, the sort of very most recent deliveries. But if you're not sure if your bike is covered by the recall or not, it's best just to err on the side of caution and don't ride it until you've had clarification from Norton. You could try ringing your dealer, because as I say, if you're going to ring this weekend, I don't think customer services are going to pick up because it's the weekend. Now, I think this is being done at a factory level. That's just based on some information that's out there. Some people on the Facebook group who I know contacted customer services yesterday. I don't know this for sure. Like I say, I'll probably do a follow-up video when I've got more information and I can just sort of clarify everything. As for how long it will take, I really don't know. This is the first time I've been through any sort of recall process with a vehicle I own. Yeah, I'm not sure what it means for servicing as well. My understanding of the work is that it is going to involve like a full oil change, which is what this is booked to go in for in a couple of weeks. I'm at 420 miles. The service point is 500 for the initial. So I don't know. Does that mean I get the service for free? I don't know. Let's find out. Optically, you could say that this maybe isn't great for Norton because, you know, in the Stuart Garner era, if you don't know Stuart Garner, do Google him because, you know, he's the now convicted fraudster who was running Norton for a few years, and the products that came out in that time, yeah, had sort of very well documented issues. So for another issue to arise, maybe doesn't look good, but it is worth pointing out that, yeah, recalls are really common these days. Even like Honda isn't immune to recalls. I should say that the starter ring gear is an issue that happened on these bikes before. So yeah, that is just worth pointing out. Although Norton has the backing of TVS, which is a huge company, the operation in the UK, as I understand it, is still not massive. And I've got, I think, around 600 or just under 600 bikes to get back to the factory and, you know, work on them. So although the work itself only takes a couple of hours, yeah, in terms of how long it's going to take to get all the bikes back to the factory, if that's where they're going, and sort them all out, I don't know. So yeah, I may store this just in case it's off the road for a while. I hope not, because we're at peak riding season, so that would be a shame to see it out of action for a little while, just as the weather was getting better. I've not used this a massive amount. I've only done a few hundred miles in it, because, you know, I picked it up in January when the weather was terrible and I didn't want to get all the shiny bits caked in, you know, road salt and grime. So yeah, it kind of feels like a bit of a shame to have to park it up, but that's life. I hope it won't be for too long. Thankfully, I do have other bikes to ride. I don't have the Triumph anymore, actually. If you follow me, you know I bought a Triumph Sprint and then decided I didn't really like it very much and then wanted to sell it. I have now sold it, that's gone, but I've still got the VFR 750F. I've still got the Multistrada. I've actually got something else which I can't talk about in the garage, which I'm riding this weekend, and there'll be a video coming on that in mid-May. I'm waiting for an embargo to drop on that one, so that's very exciting and kind of eases the pain slightly of having to, yeah, basically park this up and just look at it. Fortunately, you know, it's quite nice just to look at. So although I can't ride it, I can just, you know, admire its lovely form. Also, it eases the pain slightly knowing I'm only paying £20 a month for this, but, you know, I really would quite like to ride it. So hopefully it's not going to be too long. So just to reiterate, in case you missed earlier, yeah, it's bikes built from the 7th of June 2021 to the 12th of February 2025. So yeah, if you've got one of those bikes or think you might have one of those bikes, or you're not sure, don't ride it. Call Norton, yeah, and I assume in the next few days there'll be a letter coming from the post. Yeah, I checked the DVLA website and this bike still isn't showing. The only bike that is showing is the old pre-TVS Norton V4 SS. Now, so yeah, just to put this in context of, you know, the Ghana days of Norton. So that was a bike that came out during that time. So after kind of that all you know, fell to pieces, there was like some inspections done on the V4 SS, and it was found that there were 35 issues with it, 20 of which were safety related. So yeah, just the one on this, you can't compare, you know, this to, you know, the dodgy days of Norton that have now fortunately passed. Although I'm sure some people will and say, oh, whatever, but yeah. It doesn't faze me slightly because, like I say, recalls, no one's immune. It happens, and you know, it's happened to me and it's happened to this bike and anyone who's currently running one of these. But yeah, as I've said probably several times, hopefully it won't be too long because I really want to get back and start riding this. When I did the video the other day about the new PCP deal, I took it out for a little squirt in the evening. I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm going to plan some really big rides on this weekend, finally get some proper miles in it. I was thinking about doing the Rutland TT, which is like a big route that's around these parts, which is really fun, but won't be doing that, sadly. So yeah, if you want to keep up to date on how the recall ends up going for my bike, because, you know, it's PCP, so I don't exactly own it, as people like to point out, do make sure you subscribe. I've got other stuff as well if you don't like Nortons. I like buying cheap stuff off of Facebook Marketplace, so if that sounds appealing to you, please do subscribe, please do like the video as well. And yeah, just to reiterate, if you do have a bike from that time or think you do, don't ride it. Yeah, so I guess I better just it's not the same, is it?